It is a Tuesday morning that has started with chaos, confusion, and a very narrow escape that could have plunged the entire southeast into a fresh crisis. If you are just waking up or checking your phone, the headline is flashing everywhere. Gunmen attack Alex Otti's advance team in Imo. But there is so much more to this story than just a shootout on the highway. We are dealing with a situation that touches on the safety of our governors, the volatility of our roads, and perhaps most disturbingly, the timing of this attack coming just hours after a historic political move. Today, Tuesday, December 2, 2025, we are breaking down the terrifying incident that occurred in the early hours of the morning near the Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport in Owerri. We are going to look at the miracle of no casualties, the official clarification from the Abia State Government, and the dark questions that are rising from the smoke of those gunshots. Was this a random act of banditry? Or was it a message sent to the man who just returned from visiting Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto? Let's get straight to the gist of what happened on that deadly stretch of road. According to confirmed reports and a statement released by ukoha Njoku, the chief press secretary to the governor, an advance team from the Abia State Government house was making its way to the Sam Mbakwe Airport. They were there to secure the ground, likely for the governor's movement or official duties. But as they approached the axis between Umuwa and Ihite Junction, a location that has become notorious for security breaches, they ran into an ambush. Unidentified gunmen lying in wait or operating on a patrol of terror opened fire on the vehicles. Now, imagine the scene. These are staff members, civil servants, drivers, security aides, just doing their job in the early morning fog, suddenly facing a barrage of bullets. The panic, the noise, the screeching of tires, it is the kind of trauma that stays with you for life. But here is the miracle I mentioned earlier. Despite the intensity of the attack, despite the intent to kill or kidnap, the Abia State Government has confirmed that no life was lost. The attackers failed to spill blood, the staff members escaped. However, in the immediate aftermath, the rumor mill went into overdrive. Social media was awash with panic that Governor Alex Otti himself was in the convoy. People were asking, did they shoot the governor? This forced the government to issue a rapid clarification. The chief press secretary stated categorically the convoy of Governor Otti was not involved in this attack. The governor was not in the vehicle. This clarification was vital to stop the spread of fake news that could have triggered unrest in Abia State. The governor was safe, likely still in Umuahia or at another location, while his advance team bore the brunt of the violence. But now, we must move away from the what and look at the why and the when. This is where the story gets deep. You cannot analyze this attack in isolation. You have to look at what Governor Alex Otti did just 48 hours ago. On Sunday, November 30th, he became the first governor to storm the Sokoto maximum security prison to visit Nnamdi Kanu. He came back with a message of hope, a message from the Sultan, and a promise of a political solution. He positioned himself as the peacemaker, the bridge builder who is trying to end the insecurity in the southeast. And then, boom, his team is attacked in neighboring Imo State. Is it a coincidence? In the murky waters of Nigerian politics and insecurity, many will tell you there are no coincidences. Some security analysts are already asking, was this attack a warning shot? Are there elements, either criminal gangs who profit from the chaos or political saboteurs who are unhappy with the peace moves? When a governor takes a bold step to end the agitation by visiting the leader of the agitation and then his team is attacked 2 days later, it raises the terrifying possibility of sabotage. Is someone trying to scare him off? Is someone trying to say, mind your business in Abia and leave the national politics alone? We also have to talk about the location. Imo State. The Sam Mbakwe Airport Road has a history. It's a strategic corridor, yet it has been a flashpoint for unknown government for years. The fact that an official government convoy, an advanced team that usually moves with some level of security or speed, could be targeted shows the level of impunity these gunmen operate with. It tells us that despite the Operation Udoka and the military checkpoints, the non-state actors still control significant stretches of our highways. If a governor's team is not safe, what hope does the ordinary traveler have? What hope does the businessman coming from Lagos to Owerri have? This incident is a slap in the face to the security architecture of the Southeast. It highlights the porous nature of the boundaries between Abia and Imo State. Governor Otti has been working hard to secure Abia, launching Operation Crush and clearing the Lokampanta cattle market area. Abia has been relatively peaceful compared to its neighbors, but this attack proves that you cannot be an island of peace in a sea of insecurity. The insecurity in Imo spills over. The insecurity in Anambra spills over. It reinforces the argument that the Southeast governors must work together, not just in meetings, but in joint security operations to secure the region. The psychological impact of this attack cannot be overstated. For the staff members who survived, today is a day of thanksgiving, but also a day of trauma. They have looked death in the eye. For the governor, it is a sober reminder of the risks of leadership in these times. And for the people of the Southeast, it is a reminder that the gunmen are still out there lurking in the bushes, waiting for a target. But we must also commend the drivers and the security personnel attached to that advance team. To escape an ambush without losing a life requires skill, bravery, and the grace of God. They maneuvered out of the kill zone. They denied the attackers their prize. In a season where we hear too many stories of tragedy, this survivor story is worth celebrating. As the day unfolds, we expect to hear more from the Imo State Police Command. Have they identified the attackers? Was it IPOB enforcement? Was it opportunistic kidnappers? Was it political thugs? The label matters because it determines the solution. If it was random criminals, it's a policing failure. If it was political, it's a much deeper crisis. Governor Alex Otti has shown he is not easily intimidated. He went to Sokoto when others were afraid. He is pushing for Kanu's release when others are silent. It is unlikely that this attack will stop him. In fact, it might strengthen his resolve. It might prove to him that the only way to stop these gunmen is to solve the root cause of the agitation, which brings us back to Nnamdi Kanu. If the political solution works and Kanu is released, maybe, just maybe, the forests will become quiet again. So as we watch the breaking news ticker, remember this: the attack on the advance team is a symptom of a sickness that has plagued the region for too long. The cure is not just more guns, it is the peace deal that Otti is chasing. This attack might just be the darkness before the dawn. What do you think? Was this a random attack or was it a targeted message to Governor Otti? And do you think the security agencies are doing enough to protect our highways? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We will keep tracking the story, and if there are any arrests made, you will hear it here first.